After losing on home turf against South Dakota and losing starting quarterback Carson Wentz all in the same week, Bison fans can rest a little easier. The Bison took home the win against Indiana State with the final score of 28-14. Freshman quarterback Easton Stick ran for 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. R.J. Urzendowski led 9 Bison receivers with 3 catches and 48 yards. The Bison defense held Indiana State to just 34 yards rushing on 25 other attempts. North Dakota State takes on Southern Illinois on Saturday, October 31st, with a kickoff at 2 p.m. While redshirt freshman Easton Stick impressed in his first career start Saturday, many Bison fans are still reeling after Carson Wentz suffered a season-ending broken wrist in the loss against South Dakota. But Wentz's attitudes remain strong.
Trying not to dwell on it, it's tough, and it's kind of been a long week now. For me personally, but it kind of is what it is, and I've always been one to think that the good Lord has plans, so I'm just sticking with it and taking it one day at a time.
According to Wentz, the surgery was a success, and x-rays for further damage came back negative. The timetable for Wentz remains the same at 6 to 8 weeks. Flip Saunders, the head coach, president, and part owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, has died. He was 60 years old. Saunders was battling Hodgkin's lymphoma after being diagnosed in August. At the time, doctors said the cancer was treatable and curable, but Flip had a complication in his treatment in September and took a leave of absence. Saunders had over 600 wins in his NBA coaching career and tallied over 1,000 total in his 35-year coaching career. Divisional games in the NFL are arguably the most important ones. The Minnesota Vikings try to go 2-0 in the NFC North on the road against the Detroit Lions, the team they beat at home earlier in the year. After going down 14-3 after the first quarter, the Vikings cruised from there, going on to win 28-19. Adrian Peterson ran for 98 yards, including a 75-yard run. Teddy Bridgewater threw for 316 yards on the day and 2 scores. The Vikings improved to 4-2 and head to Chicago next week for another divisional matchup against the Bears. Kickoff is at noon. The UND nickname is re-voting for a second time, with 3 of the names being a favorite. After the second round, the winner will simply be chosen by which name has the most votes. The results after the 5-day voting left Fighting Hawks, Nodaks, and Rough Riders. UND spokesman Peter Johnson said that UND President Robert Kelly decided to give the names a second chance due to the slim margin between them. The voting will be similar to the first round, with it being online, and those who can vote remains the same. The voting will be open on November 2nd and will conclude at 11:59 on November 6th. And now let's take a look at the weather, brought to you by MapBus. Today we'll see partly sunny skies with a high of 55, but get your umbrellas out for Tuesday and Wednesday with a slight chance of rain. But into the Halloween weekend, we can see mostly sunny skies with highs in the 40s. This has been an SUTV News Update brought to you by the NDSU Bookstore.